Yep, without any questions, I already know that they're gonna be teaching us in college about that Kendrick Lamar halftime Super Bowl performance, so I already did my dissertation, bitch. I already did the full thing. Let me tell you guys what I have uncovered about this insane fucking performance. So to lay the groundwork, this whole performance is Kendrick Lamar playing a video game. And right here we have the X, the square, the circle, and the triangle, which is the 4 buttons and a PlayStation control remote. And it starts off with him selecting the square. Then Uncle Sam tells everybody that this is the great American game. Obviously, Uncle Sam is a symbol of American power structure, and this is alluding to the fact that America is like a game, and some of us are winners and losers, some of us rig the system, some of us cheat, but at the end of the day, we're all in this American game. And Kendrick Lamar is trying to beat the game, trying to fight the system. Then inside of the square, Kendrick Lamar starts singing on top of this GNX car, which in the 1980s represented power and rebellion. Then out of the car that represents defiance comes out a whole bunch of people dressed in red, white, and blue. These people not only represent the American people, but it also represents different aspects of our society. The red could be the conservatives, the blue could be the liberal, and the white is the elite wealthy individuals, because clothing historically white has been associated with rich people just because it's always cost more to maintain white clothing because it can get stained more and it just requires higher maintenance. There's only one time in the entire performance where Kendrick Lamar mentions the word government, and it was in his first song. And in that exact moment that he says government, a white dressed person shakes hand with a red dressed person, which symbolizes wealthy elites shaking hands and making deals with the conservative power structure in America. Corruption. Then he goes on to say that the revolution is about to be televised. Y'all chose the right place but the wrong guy, which basically means that the United States is long overdue for a revolution, that we deserve change, right? But we chose the wrong guy, meaning that the change and the person that is leading the change and the direction of that change is wrong. We need change, but not that kind of change. We need a revolution, just not that kind of revolution. And obviously, it's going to be televised because of the technology that exists currently. This is directly towards Donald Trump and Elon Musk. After mentioning that, he starts singing Squabble Up, which pretty much is a song about standing your ground and standing up and fighting back. Then Uncle Sam comes back to the picture, which, remember, he's the one that's controlling the game, says that Kendrick Lamar is playing the game too loud, that he is being too reckless, that he's being ghetto, that he needs to calm down. And this is something that the power structure in America has used historically to control marginalized voices and make society believe that these people shouldn't be heard because they're too reckless and they're too disruptive. I'm literally getting chills. Okay, so after Uncle Sam says that, Kendrick Lamar is now standing in between a split American flag, which pretty much says that that kind of rhetoric that Uncle Sam is spewing is divisive to the country. And he does this singing the song Humble, which is basically saying to the power structure in America to sit down and reflect on the division that they're causing in our country and to be more humble. Okay, so then now we're under a street light where he's speaking out against the system, right? And this symbolizes Americans going to the streets and voicing their concerns and their opinions. And Uncle Sam comes back and says, "Keeper, take a life."
Keeper, deduct one life.
That speaks for itself, right? You're trying to instill fear into people so they can stop speaking up by committing acts of violence against these marginalized groups that are voicing their concerns and speaking out against the system. So we officially left the square and now we're inside the X, where Kendrick Lamar starts to sing the song Peekaboo. Within video games, the X symbol on the PlayStation remote means to confirm something. So by singing the song Peekaboo inside the X, this basically means that Kendrick is choosing to reveal unhidden truths about people, about society, about our political structure that exists currently. And he uses this moment to tease they not like us.
I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love the Sue. What song? Yeah, that song.
He like teases it again. That is uncovering truths, right? That song was a diss track against Drake. But this is beyond just the Drake diss track. It goes to the larger message of uncovering deeper truths. And we move on to the triangle. In a video game, the triangle is the direction you want to go. So, and in the triangle is SZA, who is singing the song Luther. I first gotta say she a bad bitch, but this song right here is about moving towards the direction of pursuing love and social change, and she's doing this within the triangle, which makes perfect sense. Now we have people marching down the street, which obviously represents peaceful protest, but they're also marching around the circle. The circle inside of a PlayStation remote represents rejection or cancellation. Inside the circle, Kendrick starts singing the song All the Stars, where he talks about how confrontation ain't something new to him and how he will always fight back even though people try to attack him. This is done within the circle, which is, again, rejection. He is rejecting people trying to diminish him. He is rejecting people trying to shut him up. He is fighting back. But this is a soft song. He's not yelling, he's not being aggressive, he's not speaking loud. It is a soft spoken song. In many ways, you can say that this song is like a peaceful protest because it's so soft. And then Uncle Sam is so happy because they're being so calm, they're being so soft, even though they're talking about these like really important issues that are degrading them and diminishing them. They're doing it peacefully, they're doing it softly. So Uncle Sam is happy. He's saying how he's glad that they're calm. But then he gets mad because Kendrick then changes his tone and loudly stated how you can try to rig the system, but you can't fake influence, which basically means that no matter how many times wealthy people have tried to rig the system in their favor, they could never truly win real loyalty and real support. And now you can see that there are people occupying each symbol of the game, the circle, the triangle, the X, and the square. Which basically means that in order to beat the game, we all need to occupy these spaces. Then he ends the performance with a call to action by telling you to turn off the TV and disconnect from the propaganda and the brainwashing that occurs through the mainstream media as they influence you through the power structures that influence the media. Insane. Genius.